Welcome to Good Mythical More. We are about to see if we can figure out who the toughest monsters are in Dungeons and Dragons, and we'll do a 10-word story.
But first, this portion of today's episode is sponsored by Funko, the creators of the iconic pop collectibles. As the purveyors of pop culture, you'll find a Funko product in any fandom you love.
Yeah, as we became bigger fans of Dungeons and Dragons with our new show on the Mythical Society, Roll for Mythicality, we were so excited to find out Funko was putting out a new line of D&D characters and monsters.
Calling all D&D enthusiasts and collectors, you're gonna wanna take home all of these fan favorite heroes and villains.
All right, let us walk you through some of these. If you're a true Dungeons and Dragons fan, you'll know all about the Forgotten Realms, the most popular setting in the game. And if you're a super fan, you'll recall the series The Legend of Drizzt.
It follows everyone's favorite Drow Ranger, Drizzt de Erden, and his adventures after leaving the deadly lands of the Underdark.
And if you were thinking, I wish I had a collecticle of this cool guy.
How about a collectible?
Yep, you're in luck. Here is the collecticle, or the collectible.
And not only do you get...
I said it wrong 2 different ways.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Not only do you get Drizzt, you also get his 600-pound pet panther, Guinevere.
That's right, over there. And of course, we've got Icing Death, real name Ingalokas Timazelian.
Wow.
And no one can get mad at me about the pronunciation because dragon names are impossible to pronounce correctly if you're not a dragon.
Oh, I thought you did great.
He is a fearsome foe who has a rather complicated relationship with Drizzt.
But hey, maybe one plane of existence isn't good enough for you. So just cast Plane Shift or jump into a planar portal and head over to the city of Sigil at the center of the universe, or the center of the multiverse.
Okay, even
there
better.
You'll find Lady of Pain, the mysterious, not exactly human ruler of Sigil, who is now available in adorable Funko Pop form. But don't make her mad, or you might end up in one of her ethereal mazes. And last but not least, if, this is a big if you can successfully roll a strength check, you can pull this exclusive purple glow-in-the-dark pop gelatinous cube holding the evil Dracolich.
What?
But if I were you, I'd keep him in there.
So open up your bag of holding, pull out some gold, and add these iconic characters to your adventuring party.
Head over to Funko.com to get your new D&D Funko Pops. That's Funko.com.
And show off your new friends by tagging Original Funko or Wizard D&D on social media.
And thanks again to Funko for sponsoring this portion of today's More.
Yeah. Okay, 10-word story.
Dracolich.
Oh, I wanted to start. Dracolich and
Drizzt,
visited
the Lady of Pain.
And
the gelatinous cube.
only
sat there.
Only sat there?
Only sat there.
Just 2 words.
Yeah, well, so it's Lady of Pain. That's 3.
Yeah. Listen, it's a proper name.
Let's bring in TJ.
I was trying to make the story about TJ at the beginning.
So TJ would then come in?
Yeah.
Oh,
TJ, our
it's
official
TJ.
Dungeon Master.
Hello, everybody.
TJ, you want to take some of these home?
Which one would you want?
I'm a big gelatinous cube guy,
Yeah,
so when I saw that come in,
Yep.
and they do kind of just sit there, although they also kind of squirm around the dungeon and like suck stuff up, and everything gets in there. It's,
Okay.
It's
a fun
yours.
one.
It's yours.
Wow, what a moment.
You can have Lady of Pain too. I already have one of those at my house.
Hey, there it is.
Oh!
Of course, TJ is the host of Roll for Mythicality, and you're more than just the host. I think you're the producer of it. I think you're the
Also
Master.
correct. Also,
I think you're getting you're creating the storylines. You're dungeon mastering.
I'm the DM, as you say.
That's what I
Yeah.
was looking for. You're the DM.
Yeah.
As well as the showrunner for Red Link's Wonderhole.
Yes, indeed.
But
Two
that's another,
wildly different things.
that's another story.
Yeah.
So you're going to school us on our knowledge of the strength of these actual D&D monsters.
Y'all have played a few times now. I don't know that you've encountered some of the monsters that we're going to see here, but some of the real iconic monsters from throughout D&D lore and history, and we'll see what you think.
And are we looking for one particular attribute, like the literal strength attribute, or are we just saying like these two in a battle?
I think think of it like a boxing match.
Okay.
Let's add a sports reference in here to the D&D that's all going on.
Good.
So if those two were to go head to head, what do you think would happen? Is probably the way to approach it.
Gotcha.
I'm so
All right.
ready.
Hit us.
Okay.
I see goblin.
This is
Good gracious,
this is
that's cool.
this is disturbingly like Daniel, in that there is a dog on his head.
Yeah.
He has his own Richard.
And kind of a amorphous legs situation.
Yeah, where are the...
They're wormy legs.
That's yeah. If you're a nerd out there, kind of a Rob Liefeld drawing, kind of a legs and feet disappearing sitch.
So this is just a general goblin, or this particular goblin?
Yeah. So monsters, there are like y'all kind of talked about the Forgotten Realms. There are a number of specific ones that have names of that person or monster. You're looking at this kind of the species here. So generalized goblin.
General goblin.
And he just happens to be dressing up as a wolf.
Yeah, he's probably out there in the forest doing some hunting.
Some shenanigans.
And probably, goblins can be a little bit mischievous, so probably luring you in with, a bit of a
want to
wolf
pet,
in sheep's
you
clothing.
wanted to pet the wolf.
All right.
Everybody wants to pet a whoa, and then an atropole.
An atropole, yeah.
Atropole. What?
It's not
Is he-
atropal, like
is he
he's
still
a friend.
attached to his mommy by an accord?
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. Yep, I'm gonna leave it there.
Oh, no. What's he attached to?
Oh, it's just a baby.
That is an umbilical cord. You're not wrong. We started it a lighthearted kind of, real just a fun whimsy sort of way here. So yeah, an atropal. I mean, I don't. You saw Goblin. It's got the teeth. It's got the terrifying things. This is just sort of a lumpy fella. So I don't want to tip the scales of the game too much.
Okay, so hold on.
This is a fetus.
So he is still inside of mommy.
No, he's out floating in the in like the planar rays.
Okay, but he has an umbilical cord that is coming from his noggin.
Yeah,
All right. What's his
happening
sex
with
life
his
like?
right eye.
I have to imagine not great.
Yeah.
Although it's all relative, I mean,
Right,
who am I
right.
to judge?
He seems like he would be a little too much for just one goblin. I could think.
Goblin's gonna rip this guy to shreds. Like his skin is paper thin. He's super dependent. All you gotta do is cut the cord. Cut the cord.
I think you need
Cut the cord and give it time.
What is it? A gaggle of goblins? What is a group of goblins?
A murder of
A
goblins.
murder of goblins are going to need to take out this guy, but one
I
goblin
disagree.
can't take on an
Nope.
atropal.
Well, how big is it? I mean, is it like as big
No,
as
that's a good question.
Relatively speaking, it's quite a bit larger.
Yeah, but it's mushy. I'm sticking with the goblin.
I'm sticking with my answer.
Okay. Yeah. Between the two of these, a goblin is a super common creature. It's got what's called a challenge rating. That means kind of how difficult, like you guys have generally played second, third, fourth level characters.
Okay.
A challenge rating would show you like how difficult it is for a party of your level
Okay.
to fight. A goblin's got a challenge rating of 1/4. So not even one. An atropal is the stillborn remnants of a god.
Yes.
With the challenge rating ranging anywhere from like 15 to 30.
Oh dang! Not even
Dang.
close.
Goblin's got-
Stillborn remnants of a god are
That's
not
correct.
but it's alive?
It's alive. It's like a forgotten, like they're mad at the gods for
That's
sort
wild, dude.
of not finishing everything. Goblin's got about 7 hit points.
Okay.
Atropals get up to about 700.
I could not have been more wrong.
Right.
But very right on. So one of the fun features of that monster, if you were to fight it, if you are near it, you take damage just from standing anywhere near it.
Because it stinks.
Because it stinks. It literally magically stinks. So 30 feet radius, you're taking damage. But if you're in possession of a Vorpal sword, cut that umbilical cord, and that effect goes away.
Oh,
So I was right about everything
Vorpal
except
sword.
the thing that mattered. All right. What's our next lineup? Beholder.
Iconic D&D monster.
Look at that dude. Look at the dude below him. Is he fleeing?
That
They're
may be a
fleeing.
hint. Yeah.
These dudes are
Well,
smaller than him.
The dwarf is fleeing. The other guy sort of looks like he is
Controlling.
watching a rave that's happening back here
Yeah.
and just vibing.
Is he tossing something behind him?
Oh, smart move. Yeah, maybe a distraction.
so a beholder is almost like a biblically accurate angel situation.
Not enough. Well, yeah, those
I
are
mean,
all
you know,
eyes
just
on the
like it's
tentacles. Whoa. Okay, what's it up against? The
a
Nilbog?
nilbog.
A Nilbog.
I mean, this can't be. I mean, nilbog can't take on a goblin. I wouldn't think.
So it's just like a. Look how happy he looks.
Do you notice anything about the spelling of Nilbog?
It's goblin backwards.
There you go.
Oh!
And wow,
I
so
bet it's.
it's like a good goblin.
It's a reverse goblin. Actually, fun trick. Nilbogs are healed through attacks and damaged through healing. So they're literally backwards from a goblin. So if you attack a Nilbog with your sword, it's going to get healthier. So if you want to take out a Nilbog, you cast a little healing spell.
And I bet you that ugly what's the previous one called again?
Beholder.
I bet that Beholder is not smart enough to know that.
That's a good point.
So when it starts attacking, it's just gonna keep giving this guy strength, and it just doesn't look smart. So I'm going with the Nilbog because, I can then call myself the Link Nilbog.
The Link Neil blog,
Link Neil
which
blog.
defunct since
Neil blog.
2003.
Right,
but if you want to
yeah,
check out the
yeah.
Link Neil blog, it's probably out there.
I think that's the good reasoning, but I'm going to disagree with that.
Yeah, I like.
What's this?
That goes on Rhett's head.
Ha!
Oh,
That scare you?
A little bit.
Played exactly as we planned it.
yeah.
I tried to scare him, but I didn't want him to get a good look at it.
I wonder if there's a chance that he heard someone saying it goes on Rhett's head, might have given him a hint that something was
Yeah.
about to happen.
Yeah.
Which
But
was
did
That's
you
what I'm
think?
supposed to do? I'm supposed to balance it?
Did you think it was full of real cereal?
Yeah. Damien was really, really convincing as he brought it in.
Oh, really?
He was like,
But you didn't wince. You didn't wince.
well, because you gave it away. Yeah, you gave it away.
By what? Going like this?
Just the look in your eyes.
Also, yeah, there was. I've been, like we mentioned, Wonderhole. I've been adjacent to enough potential calamity that I'm sure you're going to see a little. Like I flinched in between this situation.
Yeah, he didn't flinch at all.
Yeah.
You're like fleeing for this.
Damien made his
Nilbog, that's
deception
my
check.
answer.
Did it well. Nilbog, you're going Beholder.
I'm going Beholder.
As you probably guessed, I mean, Beholder is by far one of the strongest monsters in D&D. It's absolutely crushing a Nilbog, but your reverse thing may sort of work because the Beholder, you see that center eye and then all the other eye stalks?
Yeah.
So all the other eye stalks each have their own power that are rolled at random. You're talking a disintegration ray, talking a death ray.
Oh my God.
You're talking a stone, one that can just turn you into stone. And the center eye is a non-magical cone. So if you're anywhere being looked at by that Beholder, your magic items aren't working, your magic weapons aren't working, your little spells aren't working, which could be interesting against a Nilbog. You're kind of right.
So so you're going to give this one to me.
We're going to award you an emotional point,
Emotional point.
Okay.
an EP. For
All right.
that one, yeah.
See how good he is? See, you got to go over to the society.
D&D is all about making sure people have fun.
He knows how to make sure everybody has fun, even when they're being a complete idiot.
So if a beholder, like you would never bring a beholder to like our campaign that we just did.
Correct.
Because we would all just die.
You'd be gone right away.
You need like a bunch of high level players.
High-level characters that have leveled
High-level
up
characters.
to that. Yeah, so that's why, we've experienced a few, like a mimic, like a little baby dragon in the campaign. But, and some Nilbogs and stuff can spring up, but this type of stuff, talk to us in season 13 or 14.
Okay, all right, okay.
All right, next.
Oh, a Demilich. Demilich?
Demilich.
So that's it's a Cyclops skull that seems to be having it has zits floating around it, like whiteheads. Man, I want to
Ethereal
pop
whiteheads.
those.
Yeah.
Against what?
Against what? Let's see what the next,
Flump.
against a Flump.
A flump is going to go out real fast.
Well, look how similar to the Beholder it is. Though.
I know,
You're
that's
looking at the
why-
eye
Yeah,
stalks, you're
but that
looking at
thing
the
is,
things.
maybe 18 inches tall. It's jellyfish-like. I
Well,
think
there's
that-
no sense of scale with this rendering.
Yeah, but I'm just telling you.
No, these are all the screen. It's all to scale.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so it's literally.
Everything we're
Okay.
looking at within the range of this 24-inch monitor that we're glancing at.
So
Yeah,
the
the
bigger screen you
flump-
watch this on, the bigger flump
And also,
gets.
there's something to the naming convention. Like, even though I've never heard the word flump before, I know that flump is not.
Sounds like a
anything
loser.
Threatening.
Onomatopoetically, it sounds
Yes.
like a nice thing. Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah, flump is in a slump.
Demilich,
I got to vote
thinking
for
about
that.
the demiurge. I'm thinking about I'm just thinking bad. I'm thinking bad things here.
Yeah.
Don't say them.
Just keep
We're
those
agreeing.
internal bad thoughts.
There's no way There's no way that.
Yeah, you're going to be 1,000,000% right on this one. I mean, if you ever saw anyone, like if you saw your buddy come home with a black eye from the bar and you're like, what happened? And he said, flump got me.
We grew up with
You'd
different
laugh at him.
lifestyles, TJ.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't have any friends who fought people in bars.
Okay, well, you know, it's all. And what's funny is I keep
practice.
seeing us here on the screen, and we look like it looks like three dudes who told their wives they were going fishing, but instead we spent the day antiquing. That's what it is. It looks like we got distracted, and we were like, "Ooh!" And then,
Antiquing.
but for a minute, you kind of thought maybe we were going to be doing something.
You feel like antiquing? Like that?
I wouldn't mind taking a little
would be
drive
fun.
around. Yeah.
It would be fun.
I mean, because also there's a lot of those places you're talking crates of records.
Yeah,
you
girl.
go through and
Listen,
stuff,
I
you know?
tried to get linked to. I mean, it was an antiquing of a form. When we were in Solvang, and he just went to the record shop, and I went into a wonderful clock shop. Wonderful clock shop.
Exclusively clock antiques.
Clocks
He-
and
I've heard.
music boxes. I talked about this on our podcast.
I've already
Three
heard
Biscuits.
about this, TJ.
Oh, sorry.
I'd rather you not make it mess
Antique
me.
Yeah.
music boxes,
To
including
be a part of this again.
a mechanical piano and violin in one called the Violano,
Yeah,
which is a giant cabinet that plays all these different songs when you put a quarter in there, and it literally mechanically plays the piano and the violin, and you can see it happening.
If
He
you
wouldn't come see it.
can you swap out this? Like, could it play Cisco's "The Thong Song"? or something? Could you swap?
Yeah,
out?
so
yeah.
there is the people who like run the software now
Let me see your booty go.
can basically, they've got a software interface that is sending the commands, and so you can get it to play anything.
Whoa.
The friends.
Okay. Demilich is taking this one,
Next.
of course.
Kobold.
Kobolds.
Cobalt.
Everywhere
okay.
you're slaying a lot of kobolds in D&D. They'll get in your way.
No, so it feels like a dragon man type of thing. Like he has like shoulders, like a man's shoulders.
Yeah, he's got collarbones like me, like very protruding.
Good lats, if that's what that is.
I don't have good lats.
Okay, well, the collarbone thing is still there. Yeah, you're running a lot of kobolds in dungeons and stuff. They're very often, they're coming up on you a lot of times.
Against
Dracolich,
Dracolich.
Well,
which
we've
we
learned all about
literally
those.
just learned about him.
But this one's not in a gelatinous cube.
Not yet.
How could he not win? Dracolich is huge. He's flying. He's got some sort of spiritual cloud inside of his skeletal body. He looks like he's about to just vomit something nasty.
Yeah. Everything you just said, spiritual cloud inside your skeletal body, you look like you're about to vomit something. Literally my last doctor's report. Exactly what they said on there. So thank you for the health insurance again, you guys. I appreciate that.
Your doctor noticed the spiritual cloud.
Yeah. It
Background
comes-
in comedy.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, it's a Dracolich. Kobold's, kind of an assistant. You're going to find him like assisting maybe dragons in dungeons and stuff like that.
Right.
And you're going to take care of him pretty easy.
Okay.
The Dracolich.
I mean, I haven't missed one of these.
You haven't
And
missed
all-
one.
I haven't missed one.
So there we go. What do we got next? Oh, cranium rats.
Cranium rats.
Look at the brains.
Okay, so they got brains coming out.
What?
And rats are already relatively smart. Okay.
You don't want to expose your brain like that to like
I don't
the
know.
world of a rat.
I don't know that they had a choice, Link. I don't think it was something like an elective
So they've been
surgery.
scalped and skulled.
Yeah.
But there's some sort of purple glow, which makes me think that it's somehow like protected from bacteria.
A little force field.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Against elder brain.
Oh, it's just a brain with veins coming off of it.
This is like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Krang.
Mother, I think
Yes.
or not, no other IP here.
Okay.
Just this D&D actually.
So
Right,
is it floating in a jar? Is it floating in space? Is
Usually
it-
floating in space. Yeah.
Oh God.
A little bit aimless.
I can't see how it would attack.
I think
I
it would-
could really see the
maybe
rats.
It's
just-
not a physical attack.
I'm going for the rats.
Going for the cranium rats. Yeah.
So I think I'm going to go for
Lot of
elder.
them.
I think I'm going for elder brain here. I think elder brain is going to pull it out.
Despite it being old, I mean, it's got the word elder right in there, and I think we all agree. The
Elder means
the older
old.
you get, the more useless you are, right?
Oh, pff,
Sorry.
Yeah.
Three oldest crew members in the building,
Yeah.
right
On
here at the
YouTube?
table. Okay.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Elder Brain is actually an advanced, like, kind of final form of a lich.
Yeah.
Liches are magic users who have, like, tied their souls to an item of phylactery to become undying. So incredibly powerful. So Elder Brain, psionic attack, they're actually going to, like, Elder Brains can do Inception.
If you are not
they can
familiar
make you
with
think
D&D, the words that TJ is stringing together,
Yeah.
it's like a foreign language.
But if you are, you're having a great time.
That's what's so amazing about it, is the depth with which you can go and still function in society.
Absolutely. And there are...
In bars.
They're in bars often. There are hundreds and hundreds of books, other supplements, and I have read 2.5 of them. So trust me, there are people rolling their eyes at me right now.
Right.
but
It's a welcoming community.
you know more than you need to
and
know
so
for what
not,
we're doing.
nobody's
Yeah.
nobody's judging you.
And cranium rats, actually, if you go back to cranium rats, even though they have a challenge rating of 0, so they're basically useless, that the little brains do emit a glow. So if you're in like a dark, you're in an under, you can't see anything, and you hook up with some cranium rats, they might show you the way.
So they're only good as a flashlight?
Pretty much. And they can sense your emotional state, I believe. So they
a mood
may
ring.
come towards you if you're not. Yeah.
Kind of like my Lady of Pain.
Kind of like your real life Lady of Pain.
Watch us on the special second episode of Roll for Mythicality's second season on the Mythical Society. Check it out now at rollformythicality.com.